Hey traders, this is John Howell here from tradinginvestingforyou.com. In this video we are going to be looking at AMD. The stock is called AMD on the New York Stock Exchange. We're going to be looking at the closing prices, going to be looking at all the other prices as well when it comes to AMD. Okay, fantastic. So let's continue now. We're going to be looking at the closing stock price. We're going to be looking at the current stock price of AMD. We're going to be showing exactly what's happening here. Plus, I'm also going to be giving you some strategies on how to read the market so you can understand the market a lot more when you're trading. Okay, fantastic. Before I get into this, I need to let you know that we are running a training event. This is 2 hours training event. 2 hours teaching you two unique strategies that will put you on the advantage of most traders out there. This is 2 hours going in depth to the details to these strategies. So if you are looking to get the advantage on most traders out there and you're looking for a full 2 hour complete training event showing you all the details and steps, see this link right here? That is just below this video if you're watching this on YouTube. Okay, so if you're watching this on YouTube, that is right there. So click that at the end of this video. Fantastic. Let's get into the education now. Before I start talking about any charts, this is just general advice only. I don't know your personal situation or personal circumstance, and yes, trading is very risky if you don't know what you're doing, and you can lose a lot of money. So if you don't know what you're doing, don't trade. Make sure you get yourself educated and make sure you understand the risk and the rewards before you're taking any investment at all. That's absolutely crucial. Okay, so let's continue now. Let's actually get into the charts. Right now we're looking at AMD weekly. That's an AMD weekly chart, and what we're seeing right now, we're seeing basically back to since 2006, 2007. Now what we're looking at basically a moving average through here, and what we have through here is we have one of my main moving averages I use, and you can see here back in 2005 through 6, the market actually came up through here. Okay, but it was actually sort of mid 2006 we actually started to come off massively through here. We started getting below the main moving average, and now we started coming down through here. We came back above it, and now we're just sort of going sideways on a slanted downward movement. Okay, slanted downward movement. Why I say that? Because we're actually in a major channel right now when it comes to AMD. So let's have a look here. Let me squeeze this back up again. If we can see here now, we can see here that firstly, let's have a look at this here. Okay, let's just delete that, and let's just move this up here for a minute. The first thing we see here is we can see that we have a resistance point through here. We see we have a support line through there, and this whole trend line through here, you can see how if I just connect that up through there, that right now where we are right now, it doesn't have to be finite, it doesn't have to be exact, but you can see here where we're looking at, we have this resistance point through here, there's a support, and the market's getting down to this support level right now. So that's at a support level right now. Okay, the next thing we can actually see if I create a parallel trend line is actually we're in a what we call a massive channel. Okay, it's just going down, up, down. So we know we're at a massive support level. What else do we see? Well, if we have a look at this here, we can see that if I draw a trend line from there to there, which picks up all these different points through here, had a bit of a support through there, resistance through there, all the resistance, support through there, Look where we are right now. That's at a massive support line, right? So that's what we see there. So we're at two massive support lines through there. That's looking at a weekly chart, right? So looking at what we're doing here is we're looking at the weekly chart, and we're looking at what's happening on an overall scale, so we can see our parameters of what's happening on a bigger picture before we look on the daily chart. Remember, because we're looking at a weekly chart now, simply means every single one of these bars represents a weekly bar. Okay. Now the next thing we see here is our stochastics being pinned massively down here. Look at that through there. Okay, our stochastics are massively pinned, and so what's happening is it's basically showing you that the overall weekly trend is massively oversold, and we could be getting a chance of maybe a bit more high sold through there. Okay, that's basically what the stochastics are telling us. So just keep an eye out. So what do we have here? We have one support line through here. We have another support line through here. And we have another support resistance line through here. So we're in a big channel, add a support line through here. So that's what our weekly chart's saying. Let's actually scream into now the last 12 months. Let's see what the last 12 months are saying. So now we're going to be drawing a trend line in the last 12 months. And the first thing I want to do is just want to basically draw a trend line up from the peak up here. Okay. So we just draw a trend line from the peak here. And I'm just going to basically connect all the highs through here and try to get as many highs as possible. Okay, so that's not really, you can have that trend line there. Okay, you can have that trend line there, or you can have, and this is how I identify trend lines, or you can have this trend line here, where you can connect that through there, connect that through there, and or you could connect that through there. So which one do you think is more relevant, meaning the market's respecting it more? This one here or this one here? Number 1 or number 2? Number 2, right? Because it's getting a lot more touches. So we can simply just delete that trend line, and now we can see what we have here, right? We have this major overall downward movement. We have a bounce through there, had a bounce through there, it popped up, came back down, rejected it through there, and now you can see what's happening right now, where actually the market is bouncing off that level all the way through there. It's come back above it, it's bouncing there, bouncing there, bouncing there, bouncing there. So in a nutshell, we actually have 3 levels of support, okay? 3 levels of support. We have this one trend line coming down through here. I should use another marker. We have this one trend line coming down through here. We have this second trend line coming down through here, and we have this other trend line, the horizontal line coming down through here. So that is at a major, what we call a 3 times support level, okay? So that's on the weekly chart. Let's go have a look at the daily chart now. So we're looking at the daily chart right now, and we can see exactly what's happening. Now remember, these trend lines here are weekly charts, so we're not looking at finite levels. We're just looking at the overall scale. So if we have a look at this thing through here, and if we did just fix this up, we can see here, okay, we can see here what's happening on an overall basis through there. Okay, fantastic. So we can see we had this major, broke up through there, a little bit through there, broke up down, but this major trend line is really respecting this overall. You can see this big downward movement through here. So that's what we're seeing on the daily chart. But also what we see here is we see our stochastics on the daily chart as well. Look at it being pinned. Look at that through there, and it's pointing up right now, getting to turn around. So we're at a major support levels, 3 support levels on the weekly chart. Stochastics are going to pin, and that's where we are right now. Now we can see that. Let's go have a look at the 60-minute chart. Okay, so let's go have a look at the 60-minute chart, and let's see what's happening on the 60-minute chart. So we can see our stochastics are getting into the overbought 60-minute, but let's not worry about the stochastics on the shorter term basis because it can sort of filter up and down. But let's have a look what's happening here, right? On the 60-minute chart, what do we have? We have a 1 bottom, 2 bottom, right? Basically have a double bottom. And now we're racing up through here, and now we're going sideways. So what I see here is this. Firstly, let's go back to weekly chart. So this is weekly chart. Firstly, we're at a major support level here, right? With our stochastics oversold, giving us a big overall weekly possible turning point. We're at a major support levels 3 times. Then we moved down to a daily chart, and we saw that we're way above our moving average, which could be a magnet towards it. Okay, we're at a massive support level, and our stochastics are oversold as well, giving us a major turning point. Then we moved down, and we went down to the hourly chart. Okay, so we went down to the hourly chart. Let's just change this here to hourly. Okay, there we go, hourly. And now we can see on the hourly chart, if I squeeze this right up, we can see this market's come down through here, it's at these support levels, and now we're ricocheting up through here. So if we get like maybe a bit of a higher trough through here and are breaking above the levels there, you can see here, if I just draw a trend on from there to there, you can see that's the major resistance level through there when it comes to the short-term channel. Okay, bit of short-term channel going through there on a 60-minute chart. If we start to break up above through here and start to make some higher troughs, that there is likely to be a bottom formation, and we're likely to at least run up to the high side of some projection points that may happen in the future. Okay, so projection points would be next resistance, next support, right? So if we do start to get some movement to the high side, well, this market is likely to at least get to the $4 mark, and if not the $4 mark, then if we go to a weekly chart on a bigger time scale, so $4 mark is where it could possibly get to, or it looks like it may even run up to around about the $4.50, $4.30 level. So there we go, guys. That's another market recap for you today. There's analysis of AMD. We're looking at the closing price today is obviously $3.47. The current stock price is obviously $3.47. We're closed right now on the New York Stock Exchange, but that's what's happening on BMD right now. it looks like a very nice little entry signal there for going long. But obviously make sure that you have your high trough in place, make sure you have your stochastics in place, and wait for the right opportunity. Do not just get into this stock just because I say it's pretty good, okay? You must understand that there's risk in it. Then I want to make sure that you are taking this and wrap it around your own system, what you're doing, so you can start to move forward on your own doing that, okay? It's really important. But I see some nice little entry points happening here on AMD, and I see that we could possibly see some bit more upside with AMD moving forward, at least for the short term anyway. Okay, fantastic guys. Well, that is it for me. Make sure that you have a great day. Make sure that you look after yourself, and again, make sure that you click on that link below. There's a link right here. Click on that link below right now if you're on YouTube, and head over there and register for the 2-hour free training event where I'm going to teach you 2 full detailed strategies that's going to give you the advantage on most traders out there. You've just learnt one system. I'm going to teach you 2 more systems. 2 more systems that's going to really blow you away. Are very simple, plus an amazing piece of software that does all the hard work for you. Okay, so head over there right now and check it out. Click on the link below right now. Okay, this is John Howell here from tradinginvesting4you.com. Check us out on Facebook, which is facebook.com/share trading mastery, and also check us out on YouTube, which is youtube.com/trading and investing. youtube.com/trading investing. So click on that link below right now. Go register for the free training event. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on the website, and make sure that you click on this like button. See this like button here? If you could click on that like button and tell me you like this information, that'd be fantastic. Well, thanks very much, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. And no matter what happens, say this to yourselves every morning, every afternoon, every evening, and that is, success can be yours if you go claim it. So step up, take massive action, and face your fears today.